For the first time ever, the BCHL's Battle Royale will be contested in the playoffs as the Powell River Kings and the Prince George Spruce Kings do battle in the third round of the BC Hockey League playoffs, with a spot in the 2018 Fred Page Cup Finals on the line. For Powell River, they moved past the second round of the playoffs for the first time since their Fred Page Cup final appearance back in 2012 against the Penticton Vees. A 4-2 win in round one against the Nanaimo Clippers was backed up by a commanding 4-1 victory over the Victoria Grizzlies, two series where the Kings started and won on the road to gain an early advantage. The Prince George Spruce Kings, however, are in uncharted territory, as this will be their first trip to the third round of the BCHL postseason in franchise history. The Spruce Kings earned their way here the hard way with not one, but two 7-game series. First, a 4-3 win over the RBC Cup host Chilliwack Chiefs, then a 4-3 come-from-behind win against the Surrey Eagles. The two teams played twice during the 2017-2018 regular season, the first of which was here at the Hatt Parker Arena back on October the 20th. Prince George out to a quick 2-0 lead before Carter Turnbull scored midway through the second and early in the third to tie the game up at 2.
A lot of facets of this hockey game. Stevens fakes his shot, trying to set up Turnbull. He scores! The Spruce Kings are going to want to protest this one. Ethan Kimball was lying on top of Evan DeBrow, but Carter Turnbull, he's the man hit back door. Andy Stevens held, opened up Turnbull. Kings think they're on the board through Turnbull's 7th of the season. It's 2-1. Over for Barrard, tried to one-time one on the goal line. Couldn't connect on it. 25 seconds remaining. Buono fakes a shot. Turnbull scores! 5-on-3 goal! Carter Turnbull's second of the hockey game ties this one up at 2. The elusive 5-on-3 power play goal that the Kings have been looking for so long. Good passing play. Ben Barrard had a chance, but in the end, it's a pass to the slot and a one-timer for Turnbull. His 8th of the season, and it's tied at 2.
Prince George got the lead back midway through the final frame, but Ben Barrard tied it right back just 22 seconds later.
Buono left point. Down for Finlater, left wall. Finlater, rink wide. Barrard, upstairs, scores! Ben Barrard from the impossible angle, bottom of the face-off circle, tucks it short side on Evan DeBrower. His 4th of the season. We're tied up again, it's at 3.
3-3 through 60, and despite a 6-3 shots advantage in the 2 overtime sessions for Powell River, the game ended that way through 70 minutes, and both teams settled for a point. January 21st, 2018, the Powell River Kings make their first and only trip this regular season up to the Rolling Mixed Concrete Arena in Prince George. It came at the tail end of a long and very eventful road trip for Powell River. On the Friday night, a last-second victory in regulation over the Langley Rivermen in Langley. Saturday night, a rare win for the Kings in Merritt. Sunday afternoon, the Kings off to a dream start. Carter Turnbull opening the scoring.
Turnbull this time hammers it in. Barrard on the near side wall trying to poke it loose. Does into the corner. Ready there first for Prince George as Szymanski trying to dig a puck away. Turnbull takes it from a crowd of skates. Gets knocked back to the corner. Szymanski has it and the Kings are set up. Szymanski backdoor. Turnbull! He scores! Szymanski finds Carter Turnbull on the back post. And the Kings on a power play. 2 minutes and 22 seconds in. Have a 1-0 lead.
That marker was backed up early in the second period with the Kings out to a 2-0 advantage through affiliate defenseman Alex Secunda.
Making the puck rolling on an edge back the other way. Here's Barrard on a 2-on-1 with Thomas. Barrard holds, fires, rebound, scores! Alex Secunda out of nowhere! It was a 2-on-1, Thomas and Barrard. Barrard fired a big pad save off to Brower. Puck in the slot, and Alex Secunda has his second in the BCHL, and the Kings have a 2-0 lead.
From there, though, the Spruce Kings shuffled up their game plan, and the Kings were unable to adapt on an empty gas tank, leading for 4 unanswered goals and a 4-2 Spruce King victory. With only 2 games to dissect the season series, the numbers don't really tell a lot. Carter Turnbull leads the Kings with 3 goals, while Ben Berard led in points with a goal and 3 helpers. For the Prince George Spruce Kings, it was Ethan de Jong to lead the way with 4 points, while a host of others chipped in with 2 each. In goal, Mitch Adamick started both games for Powell River and sports a .328 goals against average and an .879 save percentage against Prince George this year. The statistical note here, though, is that his lone BCHL shutout came up in Prince George last season, a 51 save performance in a 1-0 victory. Mateo Pelo-Chow, who is 7-2 in the playoffs, has yet to face Prince George entering the series. For the Spruce Kings, former Nanaimo Clipper netminder Evan de Brouwer has carried the mail in the playoffs for them, going 8-2 while starting both games in Powell River. The winner of this series will advance to the Fred Page Cup final against either the Wenatchee Wild or the Trail Smoke Eaters, who are contesting the other BCHL semi-final series. Now for the Kings, they're hoping that 8th time is the charm and that a maiden BCHL championship could be the crown jewel in a 30th season in the league. For the Prince George Spruce Kings, they are in uncharted territory, as we said earlier on, and are looking to add a maiden Fred Page Cup championship of their own to join their first mainland division banner. Now travel, obviously a factor in this series. 890 kilometers separates the rolling mixed concrete arena in Prince George with the Hat Parker Arena in Powell River, and this series could boil down to the sleep, rest and recuperation teams get on the road as opposed to the structure and systems they put out onto the ice. And in terms of the grind of the BCHL playoffs, an area where Powell River maybe has the advantage through 2 rounds so far, they've played 3 less games.